You're watching Chadtronic.
I forgot to mention while filming this that this video will not feature any gameplay, because I don't trust Nintendo. Also, there will be no spoilers. Enjoy the video.
Look out, coming through! Hero of Hyrule. I've got Disney Fast Pass. It's truly amazing what you can buy on the internet, especially last minute with Amazon Prime. Hashtag not sponsored, just very convenient. This was my backup sword and shield in case that sword and shield didn't come in time. I don't think this would have had the same shock and awe for the video. This is the official title for this Amazon listing. Children's foam toy medieval joust sword and shield knight set, lightweight, safe for birthday party activities, event favors, toy gifts by Super Z Outlet. That's a very long and complicated name for what's just basically a toy sword and shield. Anyway, that's not what this video is about. This video is about the Nintendo Switch and Zelda Breath of the Wild. Let's hop right into this review. I just want to make it clear at the very beginning of this review. This review is spoiler-free. I'm not gonna spoil any of the plot points or story from this game. So if you're worried about spoilers, there are no spoilers in this video. Also, just another thing to make note, don't take everything I say too seriously. I'm, after all, some guy on the internet talking to you about the Nintendo Switch wearing a costume. Okay, so don't take everything I have to say too serious, okay? You probably thought that was from a sound effect that was added in editing. Well, you thought wrong! I bought this on Amazon too. I don't really know why. I just bought it because it was, I don't know, I think it was like $3 or something. Seemed like a pretty good deal, so. This is quality YouTube content, okay? I think you guys can tell already that this is not going to be a normal Chadtronic video because I am going to talk about some serious things in this video. The first thing I want to talk about is the game itself, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. This video is going to review two things separately, but in the same video. The game and the system, I'm going to review them separately. Some things go in hand with each other, but for the most part, I'm going to try to review these two things separate. And the first thing we're going to talk about is the game itself. I actually didn't open this in my unboxing video that I made. I didn't open this. Let me show you guys what's in here, okay? This is what's inside the case. All right, that's what you get when you buy this product. You get this huge plastic case with the game. That's an SD card. I don't know what it is about this. This just seems kind of silly to me. It just seems kind of weird. There was no instruction manual, no warning pamphlets, nothing. So for those of you who don't know, maybe you didn't catch my last video, I was sent, I guess I have to disclose this. This was sent to me from Nintendo. I said this in my previous video, but I should probably say it again in this video. I did not pay for this product. This was sent to me from Nintendo for review purposes, both the game and the system, okay? I got this early, so I played this game for a week before it officially comes out. It officially comes out tomorrow. This video is going up the day before it comes out. It's probably important that I do mention that I did finish this game. I finished it in the sense of, I finished the main quest line and saw the credits at the end. That's how I finished this game. There are many things to do in this game. There is a lot of side quests. There's a lot of bonus content. There's a lot more to this game than the main quest line, but I did finish the main quest line in the game. This game is freaking fun, okay? I don't remember the last time I was sent a review copy of something from Nintendo, and I played it a lot and finished it. I was truly addicted to this game. This game is amazing. I don't want to sound like some Nintendo fanboy, but they did do a really good job with this game. It took a while to come out, I think for a reason. Nintendo did a really good job. One of my favorite Zelda games now. I think Nintendo did a good job taking the demands of today's modern gaming world and applying it to Zelda. They did a very good job. I really like the approach they took with dungeons in this game. They approach dungeons a little differently than a traditional Zelda game. A traditional Zelda game has these large very expansive dungeons that kind of take hours to get through, and then you kind of have to go at them in a certain order. That's what's in a traditional Zelda game. Without going too much into spoilers, there is a lot of dungeons. They chop it up. It feels like there's not a lot of dungeon in the game, but there is. There's a lot of dungeon if you look at it and you add things up. There's a lot of dungeon in the game. But one thing I think I can say without spoiling anything, there are not a lot of bosses in the game. There are some. I guess I can't really say much, to be honest. But I kind of wish, if there was one thing I would have added to the game, is I wish there was more bosses. I won't say how many bosses you fight because that would also be kind of spoiling it, but I will just say that there's not that many. The controls for the game felt really good. I don't really have much to comment on as far as the controls go. I was not sent a pro controller, so I played the game in two different ways. I played it both in handheld mode and I played it docked on my television using this thing. This thing actually felt and played very well. I've seen a lot of people very concerned and think that they have to have a pro controller to properly enjoy this game. That is not true. I can't comment on how the pro controller feels or handles because I was not sent one, but I did play and finish the game using this, and it worked really well. It felt weird for the first hour and a half, felt kind of odd and awkward, but after that, I got used to it. Feels very good now. I'm very used to it now. It felt very good. I don't think you really have to have a pro controller. It's probably nice to have a pro controller, but this is very good too. I think a lot of people are looking past this. I think people need to try this out first before they probably consider buying a pro controller. If you want a pro controller, absolutely go for it. I don't think it's absolutely necessary. This worked and actually felt really good. I tried playing it for a little bit like they showed in their keynote or whatever. I personally didn't like playing like this. It felt weird to me. I guess I'm kind of old school. I like having a physical, solid object for a controller. I don't like having it separated like Wii style. Not a fan of that. So you can try it out. If you like it, go for it. It felt weird to me. My most preferred way of playing the Nintendo Switch was having it docked, playing it on my TV with this as a one solid controller. That was my most favored way of playing the game. I know there's been a lot of talk about the Joy-Cons or one of the Joy-Cons desyncing from the system and having issues. I used the Nintendo Switch. I had this thing for an entire week, and I didn't ever have the issue that they were describing or that I've read. That never did once happen to me. And from what I hear, they're going to be fixing it with a patch, so I don't want to really linger on that issue too much in this video. When I had said I finished the game on Twitter, a lot of people kept asking me, how many hours? How many hours? How many hours does it take to beat the game? The experience is going to be different for everybody. It's very easy to get distracted with side quests and stuff like that. So I think everyone's going to have a different experience as far as how long it takes to beat the game. When I said it took a week to finish the game, I spent the whole week playing the game, okay? I didn't play this casually, okay? I played this hardcore. So, final words on Zelda, at least this part of the video. I would say the game is really good. The gameplay is amazing. I don't really want to talk about the technical aspects of the game because that's going to kind of tie into this next part of the video, which is going to be about the Nintendo Switch. But the core game itself, talking about the game itself, the story, the mechanics, the gameplay, everything is a 10 out of 10. An amazing game, truly amazing. Anything that's negative about it, I'm going to talk about now in this next part. So, final words, is this worth your money? Absolutely, no question. But enough of Zelda. Let's talk about the Nintendo Switch. The Nintendo Switch, where do I even start talking about you? This is such a unique and strange and cool little device. I think you're gonna see a lot of reviews out there. This is going to be a confusing item to review, and here is why. How the heck do you review this thing? Do you review it as a handheld gaming device, or do you review it as a home console device? I think you're gonna see a lot of people pick one or the other when they review this, and they're not gonna really consider the fact that this is kind of a hybrid of both. Been seeing a lot of different kind of reviews out there. I will admit, it's a hard device to review, but there's a lot of people that are reviewing it under completely different perspectives. Now that we're done talking about Zelda, let's talk about its relationship with the Nintendo Switch. I didn't really want to talk about the technical side of things with Breath of the Wild because a lot of it has to do with the Nintendo Switch itself. So that's why I wanted to wait to talk about some of these things until we were talking about the system. These are some facts I'm about to say, okay? This is not opinion, these are facts. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild on the Wii U runs at 720p resolution at 30 frames per second. That's the Wii U version. The Nintendo Switch version in handheld mode runs at 720p 30 frames per second. When you dock the system to play it on your television, the game runs at 900p, not 1080p, 900p at a consistent 30 frames per second. I guess I should probably, I'm using the word consistent fairly loosely. It's not exactly consistent. The game itself really struggles sometimes. I feel like the full potential for this game was only held back by the system it has to run on. Just for reference, most games on the Wii U, Mario Kart, Splatoon, most of those games, they all run at 1080p, 60 frames per second. And I feel like that's becoming more and more of a standard as far as games go for these home console systems. I think we can all agree that this is Nintendo's most major launch title for the system. And what this game really should be doing is showcasing the power of the Nintendo Switch. No Nintendo joke intended there. But it doesn't really showcase off the power of the Nintendo Switch. If it does anything, it showcases off the cracks in the Nintendo Switch's armor, really. It's really sad to say what I'm about to say, but I'm gonna say it. I would have really liked to see this game and play this game on a system that is not the Nintendo Switch. I know that's gonna sound incredibly harsh, but if I could have the same game running at 1080p, 60 frames per second, I would want to play it on that system, not this one. I've only chosen to play this game on this system because I have no other choice. If I had a choice, I probably would not be playing this game on the Nintendo Switch, because if the Nintendo Switch is doing anything for this game, it's holding it back. I think future titles like Splatoon, Mario Kart, I think games like that, when they come out, are probably gonna run much smoother on this, and some of these concerns you're hearing from me might not be as valid. This game, I think, really is pushing the limits of the Nintendo Switch hardware. I will say this, when I was playing the game in the handheld mode, it did appear to run a bit more smooth than when I was playing it on the television. I think having the game go to a higher resolution of 900p is what kind of takes a toll on the system. So, some final food for thought. I think the Nintendo Switch is an amazing handheld gaming device. If I were to review the Nintendo Switch as a home console, I don't think I would say it's terrible. I think I would just say it's fair. I mean, I'm not gonna tell anyone not to buy a Nintendo Switch just because this one game runs semi-poorly on it. I think there's a lot of good things in store for the Switch when you consider the titles coming out for it in the future. One more thing! Approximately 1 hour after I upload this video, I will be streaming The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild on my Twitch at twitch.tv/Chadtronic. It will be a spoiler-free stream. Like I mentioned before, I already finished the game, so for the most part, I might be doing some side quests or some of the side content in the game. So it will be a spoiler-free stream, as long as you consider things like story, plot points. If you consider those things a spoiler, it will be a spoiler-free stream. If you consider things like showing off a certain weapon or seeing certain kinds of armor, if you consider things like that a spoiler, then you probably don't want to tune in. But as far as I consider it, it will be a spoiler-free stream. So approximately 1 hour after I upload this, I will be streaming the game on my Twitch. Come check it out. Come hang out. Thanks for watching this video. I really appreciate you guys. I hope you enjoyed this kind of different style video from my channel. It was a pleasure having gotten the opportunity to play this game early before it comes out, and it was really fun. I had a blast. I really did. So leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it, and if you're new, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it, and I will see you guys on Twitch in approximately 1 hour after I upload this video. Peace out!
Subscribe to Chadtronic for new wild and crazy videos every week.